Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch Bates Motel's Caleb episode, please stop listening now. Major spoilers, here we go. A few corrections I need to make. Nick Ford is the father of Miss Watson. Christine Heldens is not Christine Long. It's Christine Heldens. Christine Heldens is the brother of George Heldens, who is a love interest now for Norma, or possibly going to be a love interest. Christine Heldens is actually going to be this best friend for Norma. I just want to make sure I correct that before I go on. Okay, but this is going to be really, really fast. Here's some things that you need to know about Norman, okay? Norman is now volunteering to work on the, as a, I guess, a set assembly guy, if you will. And the reason why, he says, I like doing taxidermy. It's sort of building stuff, just rebuilding something you take apart first. And that kind of, explains a little bit more about the mind of Norman Bates and how it works. We have new characters, Philip, Cody, Christine, George, Nick Ford, Caleb, and Cupcake Boy. Those are the new characters that you'll hear a lot about throughout any podcast that I do from now on. I really enjoyed tonight's episode. I can't say enough about that. Dylan is in some serious trouble right now, man, with his boss. His boss is named Zane Carpenter, and he's played by Michael Eklund, a.k.a. Arrow's Dollmaker. So if you're a fan of Arrow, that guy who played Dollmaker is actually inside of Bates Motel, and, we're talking about Michael Eklund, man. This dude he's crazy, man. He's a really great actor, man, and every single role he does, he brings 150 billion%. It's fascinating. I really, really enjoy that. This guy wants to start a war with who I'm believing is Nick Ford. I think Nick Ford's people did this, killed or retaliated after Zane shot that guy. So one guy was killed and two guys were murdered in retaliation for that one guy being killed. So Zane Carpenter, who is Dylan's boss, says, how about we do this? For two of his guys, for two of my guys, it's 20 of his guys. Maybe even 30, maybe 40. And Dylan is trying to convince this guy not to go to war, but he's not listening. Christine Heldens. She is holding this garden party. She's the one that was blown away by Norma's voice. She wants to introduce Norma to the real White Pine Bay community. She throws this garden party where Norma... Well, here's what I think, before I go on to there. I think that Christine wanted to set up George, her brother, with Norma. So Christine throws the garden party. She invites Norma. Norma says yes. She goes to the garden party. She makes this hilarious joke about the Grand Canyon, which led me to begin tweeting about the Grand Canyon and people faking falling. And she made this comment. She said the only time people actually fall in the Grand Canyon when they're faking to fall. And then she actually was like, acting this out. She was like, ah! And it was so hilarious. You just got to watch that scene, man. I died laughing. I just kept... I rewound it about 50 times, man, and just... I mean, it's just funny. Then you go on Google and you type in Grand Canyon fall, and you see these pictures of people actually pretending like they're falling in the Grand Canyon. And it leads to some hilarious moments, man. I'm telling you, man. Just make sure you do that. She's kind of opening up a little bit, man. When she's in front of people, she was kind of relaxed, kind of calm. I think she really likes Christine. And Christine, I think, compliments her also. But I don't think that relationship's going to last. And I think one of the reasons why is because George. I think something's going to happen between Norma and George. And Norma's going to reject George. And then George is going to have to somehow or some way, he's going to do something to tick Norma off, man. So we'll see what happens. We'll try to keep an eye on that. Dylan, like I said, doesn't want to have the war, but Zane wants to. Emma is not dealing with the quote-unquote death of Bradley very well. She wants to do bad things with the Cupcake Boy, make bad choices, and that's going to lead down to a path of destruction, which it did tonight when she started throwing up all over the place, especially at that party. That's pretty much it, man. There's really nothing else, man. I guess before I go, let's go ahead and connect these people again. Nick Ford is the father of Miss Watson. Miss Watson was supposedly, maybe, possibly killed by Norman Bates. We don't know yet. I think so, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Christine Heldens is the brother of George Heldens, and Christine and George are possibly going to be best friends with Norma Bates, and maybe a possible first, like, actual good guy, good love interest for Norma Bates. Philip and Cody are friends. They have make-out sessions together. They want to get, well, Philip wants to get Norman involved. Norman doesn't want to do that. Norman has kind of a thing for Cody, but we don't know how that's going to work out. Cody has a very strange relationship with her father, and she escapes to parties and comes outside via her window. That's what we can kind of guess of and kind of know about her as of right now. Caleb is back. Caleb is the brother of Norma Bates and also the father of of Dylan. Yeah, try to wrap your head around that. And Cupcake Boy is a love interest for Emma. And that is about it, man. I think I covered everything pretty much well. We didn't see anything about Sheriff Romero this episode. Just got introduced to a lot of new characters, man. And a lot of different stuff that happened today. Oh, yeah, before I go, we do know now the name of Norma Bates' mom and dad, and that's Ray and Fanny. Or, excuse me, Ray and Franny. F-R-A-N-N-I-E. Ray and Franny. That's it. Thanks again for listening. And let me know what you thought about that episode right here.